XDC network wants to connect every branch of finance. Global trade, payments, tokenization, you name it, folks. Strong roots, real growth, global impact, according to Michael Johnson over here. Check this out. Interesting. Yeah, really interesting small video, short video. Look at this. XDC connecting everything. Global trade, RWAs, you name it, folks. Look at this. Enigio is the best kept secret in the XDC ecosystem according to Web3 Alert. What they bring is quite literally the backbones to enable digital trade finance. And larger financial institutions know this. JP Morgan, Lloyds Bank, Oracle, Singapore government, and so many others. So I asked a question over here. Check this out. Enigio, what is Enigio? Enigio is a company that provides a technology to create digital originals for trade documents, basically. That is, documents that traditionally require original paper, such as bills of lading, promissory notes, guarantees. So this is what we're talking about. Yeah, the document is cryptographically sealed. It uses hash functions, digital signatures, and versioning so that the integrity, authenticity, and non repudiation of the document is assured. So, and everything is happening as per the MLETR law, folks, the model law on electronic transferable records, which is endorsed by none other than the United Nations itself, folks. So, this is awesome. Look at this. XDC network, what is it? XDC network is a hybrid blockchain platform optimized for enterprise, trade finance use cases. We already know that. What we're interested in is that how Enigio plus XDC connect, interoperate. What is the connection? So look at this. The connection between Enigio and XDC is via the distributed ledger blockchain layer. First and foremost, Enigio can publish cryptographic evidence of the existence, state changes, and possession transfers of trace ratio original documents onto a blockchain like XDC. Look at this. Enigio uses the blockchain example XDC as a public tamper-evident notary registry for trace original documents. The blockchain does not store the full document or business data, only cryptographic references. So basically, folks, this is really good for security because it is not storing the full document, not the total data. It just needs the references. This all of this is stored on chain, and the document IDs, public keys, everything is secure, transparent, auditable. The on-chain part is the evidence layer. Every time a document is issued, endorsed, updated, transferred, or invalidated, a corresponding record is published to the blockchain. So this is what we're talking about, folks. This is where the edge, the competitive edge of blockchain lies when it comes to the paper currency, paper documents. This is where digital means are better. The hybrid design means that sensitive business data stays off chain in the document itself under encryption, while the blockchain holds the minimal proof of truth. Awesome. Enigio nodes, full nodes, stakeholder nodes integrate with the blockchain and maintain synchronized copies of the ledger. So in practice, Enigio has demonstrated embedding its e-original technology with DLT platforms such as XDC to deliver, which I told you guys that it is a model, the electronic trade regime, basically a legal framework for digital original documents. It is compliant, MLETR compliant digital original documents that can be tracked on a public ledger. So this is what we're talking about, and there are multiple use cases of Enigio plus XDC. Look at this. Digital bills of lading, promissory notes, bills of exchanging. Instead of paper bills of lading, you use digital originals. These are negotiable instruments that require original status. bank guarantees, letters of credit, so much that is happening, folks. This is a world in and of itself. Certificates and licenses, regulatory documents, cross border trade and supply chain, trade finance and working capital. This is awesome. Asset tokenization of trade instruments, interoperability between parties, platforms, plus faster settlement and reduced costs. So obviously, everyone wants all the institutions want faster settlement and reduced cost efficiency due to the fact that even if a small percentage is saved, it saves a lot of hassle, folks. It saves businesses a lot. The friction of couriering, legal validation, manual checking is minimized. Tr- Trade documents move instantly, reducing delays and costs. And you know the global economy, how it is. You do not want delays in this day and age. You want everything to be seamless, smooth, and it nothing should be interrupted, folks. So these are some real examples, case studies. Lloyds Bank is an early adopter. Sugar export from Nicaragua to UK using an e-bill of exchange via Enigio's Trace Original partnered with Mercor. Machalan Retail Limited. So, folks, this is happening. We are way past the theoretical phase. Now we are in a practical phase, folks. A phase that is actually happening. We are talking about real world use cases, real world utility. It is all happening. Check this out. Another week, another wave of updates across the XDC ecosystem. So let's see what XDC has done this week, September 28th to October 4. Yeah, I forgot I had paused it anyways. Trade finance. At Boston Blockchain Week, XDC Foundation Executive Director Billy Sabel delivered a keynote on why trade finance represents the biggest opportunity in blockchain. Folks, the best part about XDC is that it is first, although it is working on payments and different sectors, it is specializing in trade finance. It is specializing in a sector that has minimal competition in the levels of in the standards of what XDC network is doing in the crypto world, in the digital asset world. There is minimal contact, minimal competition, and obviously XDC wants to enable digitization, transparency, and efficiency across global trade flows. This will bridge the gap between TradeFi, DeFi, blockchain, DLT, and on-chain innovation. And just a moment, yeah. XDC Network teams took Singapore by storm at Token 2049, bringing meaningful conversations with builders, innovators, and ecosystem partners. So, constant development, constant forging of partnerships. This is really awesome. This is a really interesting video over here, folks. Check this out. Tokenization is a freight train that can't be stopped. It is going to eat the entire financial system. Have a plan, folks. This is really awesome. I had idea for a future title as well, because these utility projects are eating the entire financial system in one way, shape, or form. Let me repost this. Just a moment. Yeah, let's see what this section on XDC has to offer.
They filed for 21 additional ETFs, including XRP, AVAX, hbar, Link, Solana, XLM, SUI. These aren't synthetic futures. They're regulated real asset structures being proposed under the Investment Company Act. Once approved, institutions won't need to touch tokens directly to gain exposure. They'll buy ticker symbols. I think this is really interesting how much adoption we've seen over the past 12 to 18 months as a sidebar, and it is very difficult to keep up at this point in time. Trying my best here for you guys, though. And I kind of want to go maybe two last things here. I saw an interesting tweet from Andre Casterman. If you are not aware of who Andre is, definitely deep in the weeds with the XDC ecosystem. This guy's one of the smartest people that I've had the ability and access to interview a few different times. I'll have to try to reach out again and do another interview with Andre, but he essentially ran Swift's supply chain and trade finance department. He was at Swift for a number of years, 24 years at Swift, leading various innovations in the interbank payments, corporate treasury, trade finance, global head of corporate and supply chain market at Swift, chair of BPO innovation. I mean, the guy's resume is pretty wild. And he's quote tweeting from Michael Saylor saying, if Bitcoin goes to $100 trillion market cap, there will likely be $200 trillion of credit on top of it. And Andre saying it's all about extending credit. And $XDC, full disclosure, Genfinity does have a media partnership with XDC Foundation. That being said, I definitely need to reach back out to Andre again and see if we can slate in another interview. That guy is a wealth of knowledge. And I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a final warning here, if I can find where I wanted to land. Yeah, here we go. All right. So this is my kind of, I don't know if this is a final warning, but it's a warning. Bitcoin broke all-time high. Crypto total market cap just broke all-time high. And the markets are shifting, obviously, from speculation to adoption. However, the markets are going to do what the markets do from a speculation standpoint still. And I will just give my fair warning, as I've mentioned multiple times before. I know that many people are saying that this time is different, or will start saying that this time is different. But I will tell you, regardless if this time is different or not, if you do not have a plan for what you are going to do, where your goals are, what your targets are, you will get washed away by the wave that you literally just helped to build over the past couple of years in this space. Set your targets now for where you want your crypto to be or to take you. If that is retirement and some crazy high price thing, great. That's on you. I will tell you, for me personally, I don't set ridiculous targets anymore for things, but I also don't sell out of things. Like for me, XRP, hbar, quant, definitely like XDC. I mean, some of these assets, I just like plan to probably just hold for the long term regardless. And like for context, it took XRP like 5 years to break it took XRP 6 years to break all-time high. What was 2018 to 2024, late 2024 or early 2025. So for me, like I've dealt with a lot of BS prices with all this stuff for years. So I don't ever plan to sell all of my certain assets, I should say. But you should have a plan regardless. You should set targets. You should have bracket orders, have profit zones written down. You should know your exit rails. We do see a lot of the times in crypto that like if you just have one on-ramp or one off-ramp, that stuff locks up all the time when prices go to certain levels. Think of Coinbase. I'm sure it's a little bit better now, but I remember literally Coinbase
Folks, overall, when the macros will be good, the entire market goes up, XDC will go up as well. But XDC will decouple with its own unique use cases. Look at this. XDC is building its own infrastructure, following its own unique trajectory. XDC Network is investing $900,000 in Good Dollar organization to expand blockchain-based universal basic income globally. Now look at this. This is an entirely noble cause. This is what defines XDC. This is what differentiates a good project from the rest of the crowd. This partnership empowers 910,000 plus people across 210 countries. So no discrimination, transcending states, borders, ethnicity, race, everything, bridging digital and real world economies for true financial inclusion. Now, this is what we're talking about. What is Good Dollar Org? Let's check this out. The world's largest crypto universal basic income, onboarding the world into Web3. Look at this. Grants that stream, builders that grow. Awesome. What XDC network is doing, I think that a handful of projects might be aiming to do that. Stellar, amongst stellar comes into my head when it comes to funding the underserved and having a noble vision. Looking forward to speaking at Digital Assets Week London to talk about digital money and why XDC is the partner of choice for global financial institutions. This is Ken Chapman. By the way, folks, people are saying that the price action is slow, but those who believe, they think that XDC will ultimately melt faces. The technicals look at this, the price narrowing down. Let's hope that the price remains intact around these levels, because if it breaks out, we might see 15 cents and 20 cents soon, these levels, hopefully. Anyways, folks, what do you guys think about XDC network having its roots in every branch of finance? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by checking out Patreon by following the link in the description box below. Until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.